So what we're going to do in this activity is we're going to try and find the center of mass of several different objects. So what you're going to need is several pieces of card, a ruler, and I'm going to try and find the center of mass of an object. So I'm going to use a map of Ireland. So I'm going to try and find the center of mass of Ireland. Then you're going to need a scissors, some glue, some blue tack, or a Play-Doh or modeling clay, a pin, a toothpick, a marker, a heavy weight. I'm going to use a nut, and a thread or some string. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the center of mass of a square of card. Now to do this, we're going to try and see if we can find the center of the actual square itself. So to do that, we take a ruler and the marker, and we're just going to take the two corners of the square, and then we're going to draw a line along that. We're going to turn it around again and do it the same on the opposite side. Now because this is a square, if I've cut it out correctly, then where these two lines meet, that should be the center of mass. So to see if that is the case, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little bit of the blue tack, we're going to put it down on the table, and then take the marker and stick it down into that. So we just want a point at which this card can suspend, and then you can turn it upside down and try and see if you can get it to balance on that point. So to try and get the center of mass of an irregular object, I've just cut this shape out of card, and to get the center of mass of this type of object, what you're going to do is you're going to first you need to attach a nut to the toothpick. So tie the thread, one end of the thread to the nut, one end of the thread to the toothpick, and then get the pin and put the pin through any point in this object. Then you take the toothpick and put it through that point. Now what you need to do is make the hole wider so that it this object is free to rotate. So this can, as if you let it go, it rotate freely around the point where the toothpick is. And what's happening here is the weight on the end of the nut, that's always points down. So the center of mass of this object, or of any object, must be somewhere along that line. So if we do this twice, and the center of mass must be along this line, where those two lines intersect, that is going to be the center of mass. So this line is always pointing towards the ground. So if we now try and mark off 2 points on that line, not that easy to do as the thing is moving, but if you try your best to draw 2 points along that line as it's moving, and we're going to do that again. We're just going to repeat that procedure with by putting the toothpick into another place. So I've just put it in the second place, and then we're going to mark 2 more points along this line, and we're going to put it down on the table and use a ruler then to make those 2 lines. As you can see now, I've just taken those 4 points altogether and drew 2 different lines. Now that point there should be the center of mass of this object. Now we can use the same method as before with a bit of blue tack and a marker and see if it will balance on the top. So if you adjust it, take a little bit of time and try and get it as close to that point as possible, it should balance. As I was trying to get the thing to balance, I noticed that it really wasn't balancing at the point that I had picked. What I noticed that when I put it back in to the thing, you can see that it must have been a bit tight when I tried to do that the last time. So you can see that the plumb line is actually going down at a different point now. So it can easily move, and I think the center of mass is a little bit off. So you can do that if it's not balancing where you like. You can kind of see now that the line should be a little bit further this way. I'm going to just make that line and see if that is the center of mass. As I suspected, the center of mass was a little off. And now this light blue line, that is actually the line that I got with the bob. So just again, make sure that the thing is free to move to get it to balance. So now we're going to find the centre of mass of another irregular object. So this is the map of Ireland. What you're going to do now is you're going to put a pin into any part you like. So it's the same procedure as we did with the other one. So put in a pin up here, anywhere you like, and then put in the toothpick. Let the thing go down. Make sure it can rotate freely, and then mark 2 points on that line. And we're going to do a second one, just the exact same. So I've drawn in a second line here. So I've got 2 points and drew in a second line. So you can see that this is the centre of mass. It's just outside, in Ireland, it's just outside a town called Athlone. So we're going to try to get this to balance on the top of the marker. And if you put it at the centre of mass, it should balance.